damn near 30 years, this incident, they use this incident against me to try to run me.
Furthermore, in 30 years this episode, they utilized this occurrence against me to attempt to run me. That was Suge Knight apparently discussing his insight about the internal operations of Diddy's family was nearly utilized against him. What episode, you ask? Life truly got genuinely difficult when you get hitched. I set up an image of Wolf and one of Puffy children, Justin, take a gander at him. You tell me, did you see it? Also turns out there's significantly more going on. This MF Wolf brings this eyeball. Eve, it's some sort of magazine, and Knight was in an image with Misa. Obviously, Knight had been in the image despite Diddy's good faith for quite a while. So recount to me a few different stories, man, about Knight spending time with me, cause, as of now, I mean, it just felt like they was dating, felt like they was dating constantly. She doing it behind Puffy back, definitely without a doubt. Man, anything her most memorable child was like he would be at the studio with me. The thing about being perhaps of the most dreaded person in the music business is that a ton could be going down directly in front of you, yet you will not have the option to see on the grounds that you're zeroed in on everybody fearing you. Well, lovely people, this is by all accounts Diddy's story. While the man has previously spent the recent weeks moving, starting with one harming title, then on to the next, it appears to be the crown gem of all harming titles about him, has at last appeared as news just broke about how he probably was be the natural dad to one of his children. Despite the fact that he has about 6 children with various ladies, it appears Diddy probably won't have fathered one of those. And the cases aren't coming from an untouchable, they're coming from the very man who has been his sworn foe for quite a long time. Suge Knight heard the maxim, remember who is really on your side. How about we simply say Knight could have acknowledged that excessively much, as the previous record name leader recently indicated that at the Terrible Kid record, president could have gone through the most recent 29 years supporting another man's child. What's more terrible about this case is that there could truly be a remote possibility that Diddy has known about the chance of the man not being his child. Who am I alluding to here? In all honesty, sibling love's unrivaled delight. Justin Dior comes see late evening suspicion that Justin isn't Diddy's child doesn't come from a position of having direct admittance to Diddy and his whole association through the men around Diddy, yet the previous record chief likewise approached Diddy's ladies, some of which have dated or been dating Diddy. So let me know if this man approached the people around Diddy. Do you believe it's fantastical that he knows a portion of his most profound mysteries? Well, his new disclosure appears to differ. Obviously, this isn't the kind of information you run into in the titles each and every other day, so you know it's the sort to flip around virtual entertainment. And that it didn't just is everything fans have been discussing since it broke, yet it appears to have lighted contentions among them, with a trusting it to be unthinkable that somebody who obtrusively remained against Diddy would have that sort of data. Anyway, there is by all accounts visual proof of Justin and who Knight uncovered to be his genuine dad. We very well could be breaking word about Diddy's most dreaded fear, so trust me when I say you would rather not miss this Puff beat up time. She got up under the beat up in a real sense till she attempted to run up under the vehicle. In the event that you know who Diddy is without researching him, there's a tremendous opportunity that you presumably likewise know who Suge Knight is. The pair have their past entwined in competition, enveloping music and claimed viciousness, and it appears to be that could have even driven Knight to prison anyway. The man doesn't appear to be letting the steel bars keep him from talking his reality, and it appears to be his most recent confirmation is uncovering the absolute haziest pieces of Diddy's family ties. While it might seem like data just an insider ought to have word on the road, is that Diddy isn't truly Justin's dad yet, that the rapper's previous protector Anthony Wolf Jones truly was. Justin Combs is, as per official reports, the child of style creator Misa Hilton, and Diddy, the couple invited their first child in quite a while, have since said a final farewell to Hilton, likewise openly dissing the vocalist by calling him an unreliable parent following Justin's DUI-related capture. Currently, claims of Justin not being the rapper child have surfaced on the web, and it appears there may be more substance to these cases than we might have naturally suspected. You see, during the time Diddy and Misa were together, nearly everybody around them appears to have realized their relationship was poisonous, so it appears Wolf could have turned into Misa's comforting presence, yet we're beginning to perceive how he could have been something other than a shoulder on a fundamental level. These accounts of harmfulness explain to fans why Misa could have tracked down her method for Wolfing's hands. Yet the other more famous pointer is the way that Justin shares a striking similarity to Wolf. So, let me know, what are the chances of your child closely resembling your guardian? Pretty thin, right? Well, it appeared Diddy could have sorted that out, and some trust that to be what prompted Wolf's definition. And you see, as per reports, Wolf worked for Diddy during the scandalous December 27, 1999 occurrence where the tycoon and rapper Sparkle supposedly shot up a Manhattan club. At the time, Jones was accused of the criminal ownership of a weapon in the second and third degree in the Manhattan dance club shooting preliminary. Unfortunately, Jones was shot in November 2003. He was purportedly gunned down external a Buckhead Atlanta club after supposedly getting into a contention with a unidentified late around 4:0 a. Anyway, late disclosures have shown that wasn't the full story. Wolf. Then we will talk about his initial runners with the law and the prison time he would do before he turned out to be terrible kid record chief shape he did's very own guardian Gene Bargan, who had recently filled in as Diddy's guardian. Guarantees that Wolf was not the first objective on the deadly night being referred to. Rather, he was trapped in the crossfire of a savage conflict that broke out between Huge Meech and his partners, or evidently requested by Diddy to eliminate a terrible kid artiste from the image, right when Wolf started shooting to save the craftsman's life and safeguard him from hurt anyway. Regardless of his commitment, he was killed because of getting found out in the crossfire appears to be strangely all around coordinated. Wouldn't you concur? Yet the man who drew near to Wolf was the man who killed him, that he put down with BMF. So what encouraged Wolf's sudden passing? And for what reason did it happen? And as per GAN arrangement's variant of occasions, Diddy had previously become worn out on Wolf and wanted for him to be eliminated from the place of his guardian, yet Wolf, who couldn't exist without work, and cash demanded, waiting angrily. Diddy ventured to such an extreme as to put a firearm to Wolf back and requested that he leave and never return, discussing, "I don't require you no more. When I get this, do this."
Yeah, in general arrangement, I'm going to give you $300,000 and let you the be he was said you would.
But never let me be. Nevertheless, how do we have any idea this is valid? Well, arrangement himself straightforwardly asserted that Diddy set up Meech as a party when he was given up by the police against the homicide. Investigate what he needed to say something, got to transform. I don't give an assuming. Pac got to bite the dust. Large got to kick the bucket, or soon Knight go to prison. Other than his unexplainable need to eliminate Wolf from his group, there is additionally the way that Diddy was supposedly putting his hands on Misa on specific events. One of those, as per bargain, was the point at which she got dropped off by Eric Sermon. And furthermore, in 30 years this episode, they utilized this occurrence against me to attempt to run me. That was Suge Knight apparently discussing his insight about the internal operations of Diddy's family was nearly utilized against him. What episode, you ask? Life truly got genuinely difficult when you get hitched. I set up an image of Wolf and one of Puffy children